What's up, guys?
Hey, good afternoon. Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello, mister. How's
What's
it going?
up? Good. Good afternoon.
Hey, I guess you got the memo that it's Aqua Day.
Right.
I'm just
Right.
kidding. We never talk about what we're going to wear.
Right.
But we kind of matched a little bit
Yeah, we
today.
kind of matched today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how y'all doing?
Well, this is a new time frame.
Yeah.
Our first time doing it at 4:30
ish
p.m. ish. Right, schedule at 4:30
Yep.
p.m. But we did a little bit ish, a little bit over.
Yeah.
But we're here. So how was your guys' weekend? Like
Yeah.
it was Labor Day.
Yeah.
Anything exciting?
Nope, my husband's traveling, and
Okay.
so he's doing family things with his family.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm spending Labor Day with my dogs.
Labor Day with the dogs. Hey, that's priceless.
They're my favorite people. They don't sass me.
Right.
Not too much anyway.
Not too much.
How about you?
Well, for me, Labor Day, I didn't do much at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this particular weekend, either it came up on us real quick.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really do anything. Yeah, I went to church Sunday and relaxed rest of that day and Monday, and I tried
to go
it.
camping when we were in Colorado. Labor Day was always a big camping event for the family. But yeah, we don't do well. So, but that's where my honey is at. He's in Colorado, not camping though. He's going to a car show.
Oh,
big old
car show in Colorado.
Our brother-in-law, he buys old cars and refurbishes them.
Okay.
He's quite brilliant at it. He does a great job. I forget
Okay.
the car that he has. Sorry. I mean, I like that kind of stuff, but I'm not into the models and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
I just
I
like
see.
to look at the finished ones.
I got
But
you.
anyway, it's a really old one. I think it's like a 1930 something. And so he refurbished it, and he's entering it into the car show.
Can't beat that.
And so hubby is down there to keep him company, eat a lot of food and stuff like that, and visit his folks while he's there.
So what did you guys do for Labor Day? You guys do anything exciting?
Are there traditions that y'all do?
Any cookouts? I was looking for somebody that was cooking out.
I love cookouts.
Yeah,
It's like one of my favorite things.
You can't beat a good cookout.
Anything gathering over food.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Good food. He's been telling me all this good food that his mom is making him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's such a good cook. Yeah, so he's eating a peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter. Hey, can't go with, what do you call it, PJ?
Butter, it's okay.
Yeah, can't go wrong with PJ.
Right?
Yeah. I tell you, we grew up on some stuff, boy, to get by,
Sure. I mean, like before Nutter Butters, we put peanut butter on graham crackers.
Yeah. Call it a night.
My folks, I mean, that's what they did,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Made a meal out of that on occasion.
Absolutely.
Slim pickings were around.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right?
Absolutely.
So we last week when we were talking, we talked about a potential of an outbreak of something in the United States, and we said we were going to take a little look into that.
Right.
So we did.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we found that there is no outbreak in the United States.
Well, I wouldn't say no, but I would say based off of your research.
Right.
Yeah.
From what I read, there is no outbreak. There is 5 cases in the world currently in Europe and Asia.
And now, what was the topic that we were supposed to talk about today?
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Yeah.
So based off our little bit of research we've done, I think it's either someone is keeping it, can the government keep it hush hush? No? Okay. I thought I asked that question.
If there's something like that going on, we're going to know about it. And as a matter of fact, when it was really happening here in the United States back in 2022, and the United States actually had the highest count of monkeypox infection.
So it did happen on our land, but in 2022.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. But currently in the U.S., from what I read, there is no cases. There are that are being reported, that is. And there's only 5 cases being reported in the world. And like I said, those are in Europe and Africa.
Europe and Africa.
I think it's
Okay.
3 in Europe and 2 in Africa.
What was like some of the things that I think like definitely washing your hands
Oh,
and
sure. You
you
always,
know,
always, no
and
matter
then
what.
not a lot of skin
It's
contact.
it's passed through saliva.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
So you're washing of your hands, though. You still want to do that because
Yeah.
let's say they lick their finger and then
Yeah.
you never
Yeah.
know.
Never know.
What if they were eating something really good and offered you a bite?
Right.
You never know.
Never know.
So it's always a good idea, not to share saliva with somebody unless you really know they're good and clean and healthy.
Right.
So yeah, that's how it's passed on.
Okay.
Now, but nevertheless, like pink eye is an example. That's passed on through tactile.
It's a tactile meaning like
Yeah, like an infected source.
source,
It's
and
very
then you touch it.
contagious. Like let's say
Okay.
somebody with pink eye, they just wash their face as an example. and
Okay.
before they washed their face, though, they turned on the faucet, right? But what if they did this first and then
Just
turned on
touch
the
it.
faucet? Now mom or dad or sister comes along.
It's touching it.
Oh, guess what? You got pink eye too. So yeah.
So yeah. So the moral of the story with different outbreaks and stuff, definitely wash your hands. Definitely, you said saliva. That means what?
Yeah.
Kissing people?
Yeah. Well, body fluids.
Blood
I
influence.
say saliva, but would be like in a sneeze or. A
Oh,
cough
okay.
or
All
a-
right. So yeah. So there's like thousands of what do you call it when someone sneezes?
Particulates.
Particulates or particles?
Aerosol particulates.
Can you say particles?
Particles.
Or particulates?
Particulates.
Particulates that comes out when someone sneezes. So just be aware of those things, and that's how a lot of dealing with the monkeypox being transferred and stuff. Just be aware.
Yeah.
The reason we brought it, someone brought it to my attention
Sure.
that is a possibility at a certain location.
Well, I think that's
Right.
fantastic. I mean,
Right,
I want
yeah.
us to be aware. So
Right,
if y'all hear
right.
something, let us know
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we can
absolutely,
check it out.
yeah.
But anyway, they were sharing that
Yeah,
with you.
they were sharing that with me, and I told the person I'll definitely go check that out. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
scary.
it's just not a big,
Not
big,
currently.
yeah,
Not
big
currently.
thing, not yet. So
I hear tell though that bird flu is or avian flu is
Oh,
currently
really?
a little bit of a
Okay.
hot spot. So do be mindful. Excuse me. Be mindful of that. That's going to be on any kind of bird. It can be even the ones in your backyard. So if you're doing your weeding and whatnot,
Right.
and you're around an area that the birds have frequented, just be aware that if you're in their poop,
it can be contagious. All right.
Yeah, so wear gloves.
Right, wear
and wash
gloves.
your hands.
All right, so that's a little snippet about
Yeah.
the monkeypox. Just be aware of surroundings.
Yeah.
People sneezing all the time. All that stuff can be contagious, right?
And we always want to practice good hygiene anyway. When
Absolutely.
you sneeze, where are you supposed to plant your face?
Hiya!
Ah, yeah.
Hiya!
Just like that.
So when you
Hiya.
sneeze, you do. When it's called something in the urban, you're like, oh, I got you, the dab or something. I
I
don't know.
love it.
But-
You gotta put the style on it. If you're
But-
gonna sneeze, do it right.
Right, yeah, do it right. Put it in your arm there.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. So
All right.
back, nothing major went on with Labor Day.
Nope.
I hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend, big time. So it was a relaxing thing for me. I didn't do a whole lot, and I know me and my wife wants to go watch this movie, Aliens.
I love aliens.
Yeah. So, but we was trying to find it on the 4X.
4X, what does that mean?
Like 3D, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now they evolved into the 4X. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know, 4D or whatever it's called. But anyway, that's what the target was for that,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And to me, if you want a pair of Jordans, right?
Yeah.
And you want a certain color, you want a red and black. You wouldn't compromise for the Jordan, the red and black for a off-brand.
No,
Right? You want
No.
what you want, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, me and my wife was like going back and forth. She was like, I'll settle for the normal screen, But in my mind, we want the best.
Yeah.
And the 4X right now is the best. Like, it gives you all
That sounds like
all
sounds
view.
kind of kinky. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
What the movie theater? You silly rascal! Bring your husband back.
4X.
You're right.
What the?
It's the way how the TV is set up. Panoramic.
Gotcha.
What's it called?
Panoramic?
Yeah, view. So I want the best for my wife. So
Right. You gotta go.
I'm gonna track down where this 4X is playing. And so we could watch that.
That would be
because
amazing.
that was
Aliens is, gosh, it's one of my favorite like sci-fi films ever. Hey, good morning, Jewel. How are you? Or good afternoon, as it were.
Yeah, it's good afternoon. It's a
not
new
morning today,
time
it's
schedule.
An afternoon show. And
Hello,
Andy,
Jewel,
and
and hello, Andy. How you doing, man?
Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just yapping right now.
So if you guys are just chiming in, this is our new Chris and Beck TV show. Been around for what, since April,
Since
right?
April,
Since
yeah.
April that we started this, and we've been doing it every Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. So, but now we're on a new schedule time is every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m., which would be 6:30 p.m. in the East Coast
Yeah.
and 3:30 p.m.
On
on
the
the West Coast.
yeah.
So, Chris and Beck TV show, where we talk about just everyday living, life from drinking water to healthy eating to exercise. And we talk about numerous of different things.
Love and relationships.
Absolutely. So if you missed some of our programs, definitely go on to YouTube under Impact Water LLC, and you find a lot of our programs.
53, right?
Well,
53.
yeah, you could do a 5353.
Yeah, they'll get you.
But yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for joining in
Appreciate
today.
you jumping in.
So today,
Yeah, since we're not going to talk about monkeypox,
we're not talking about monkeypox, but we're going to talk about something else.
what could we talk about that might be interesting?
The monster is coming.
Yeah, the monster.
Ooh.
The cray monster. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Tim?
What are we talking about today?
So when I was still working, I was our facility safety coordinator, and I was
Okay.
all about safety.
Uh-huh.
And so we often talked about weather and stuff like that. So
Okay.
being safe in the weather. Today's topic, we're going to talk about not necessarily safety per se,
Yeah.
but we're going to talk about what to do to prepare you and your home for the coming monster of winter.
Right.
And
The
so we're going to
first-
talk about getting some stuff done before the cold gets here.
Absolutely.
Do it while it's still nice outside,
Yeah,
and not
absolutely.
you're not out there chatting
So
your teeth.
preparation is the best key
Yeah.
for when something finally comes to your doorstep.
Correct. And
Yeah.
I know that a lot of folks don't start prepping for fall till October.
Right.
But like I said, I'm all about prepping when it's still kind of warm outside.
Right.
Not when I got to put on a jacket and gloves and all that. And if you go
Right.
to work with water, you're going to freeze.
You're going to freeze. So the first frost is coming.
It is.
That's the monster, the first frost. Get it? All right, go on. Where we go? We're diving in here.
So there's just some maintenance tasks that should fall on everybody's radar. Now, Fire Safety Month is October, I believe.
Fire Safety Month?
Uh-huh.
Is it October? Okay.
So that's usually when folks address their, not their sprinklers, their smoke detectors and
Okay.
carbon monoxide detectors and stuff like that.
And then, like, even it's also good to clean out your filter.
Yeah.
Filter is very important because that causes a lot of fires too as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
well, the
Any-
dryer filter too as well. Very,
Yes.
very important.
Yeah,
So,
the dryer filter can be actually, it's obviously a lint trap, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you can, there's an electrical issue with your appliance, yeah.
Right.
Fire
Absolutely.
essential. Besides which, I have to tell you something.
What's that? Talk to me.
So we were, I say we in the royal sense, my husband was cleaning out the vent in our dryer this one time,
Uh-huh.
and he, he's taking it out and cleaning all the lint that maybe had accumulated in there and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and he found $27 in there.
In a lint trap?
Yeah, then it collected like different bills and stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
Like there's some ones,
Yeah.
5, 20. I don't know. I don't think there was a.
Oh,
20.
my
I think
gosh.
there. Yeah, it totaled up to like $27.
Man, I'm gonna have to come over to you guys' house
So
and
you
then
might
just clean
well,
it out
this,
for
this
you.
was before us.
Oh.
It wasn't running. It was a rental.
Oh, so you was at a
This is a long time ago.
rental location
Yeah,
when
this
you
is a
guys
long
was
time
living,
Yeah.
and then you found $27 in the
Yeah. We
lint
told the
trap.
landlord, it's like, well, we know how to fix stuff.
Yeah.
Just give us a little discount on our rent. We'll fix it. So
Right.
we fixed it, but we got $27 in the project. It was great.
Can't beat that.
But yeah, so you got to take care of your dryer
Right.
vent and stuff. But so we're gonna check windows and doors for air leaks. That's probably the biggest place
Yeah.
to do that.
I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you, Beck. I'm from the old school. When you talk about windows and doors, you know, remember when your parents used to put the plastic? Remember the big old?
Yeah.
They put the plastic up and then tape it around,
That was awesome.
or try to seal it, or whatever they're trying to
Well, it's
do.
very effective.
Yeah.
It's not very pretty, but it is
No,
very
it's not
effective.
pretty, but it's
I
effective.
guess you can buy that shrink wrap stuff
Yeah.
and put that
But
on
then
there.
sometimes, you know, there's different plastic, like it's real cute that you could put on, but it's super thin.
Yeah.
Does thin plastic really keep that out?
Well, I think what it does is it creates kind of an airlock.
Oh, okay.
So it does kind of create sort of a barrier,
Barrier.
between you and the outside
Okay.
world.
Okay.
But best thing to do, obviously, if you got leaky windows, is to shim
Right.
them. Possibly, if they're an up and down, it might just need to be shimmed proper.
Uh-huh.
You know, over time, we might need to replace our windows and stuff.
True.
So it's something to think
So
about.
windows are very crucial.
Yeah, so let's see what they say. Check windows and doors for leaks, and you can add those rubber seals and whatnot to sort of. And if you see light shining through,
Hello.
a little bit of an indicator.
So, right.
So like our front door, like this is a new house. It's not new
Yeah.
anymore. We've only been in it like 4 years, but
Uh-huh.
I was cleaning one day and I came up here and I noticed it. I was like, why is it so dirty? We
Uh-huh.
never use the front door, but
Gotcha.
it's dirty. So it caught my attention later in the afternoon. The sun just happened to be shining through the threshold, and it was like there's light, and I'm like,
Oh, so there's a crack in
Yeah. so
in
we all
between
know
the
that.
door and the.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Idaho has moon dust, and so all of this little breeze of dust is just blowing right into my flyer.
Gotcha.
Love that's my favorite.
So we had to fix. You gotta
We had
get
to
that
fix
fixed
You
out.
just shift,
So-
shim up the
Right.
threshold a little
So
bit.
we're talking about the first frost and just different things that you could do in your household to prevent the cold
Yeah.
coming in and keep your home warm inside.
And that will save you money in the long haul.
And save you money in the
obviously,
long
if
haul.
you're not leaking
Right.
your cold or your heat, you're saving on your utilities.
Absolutely.
So, excuse me. Next thing is if you have a fireplace, you might want to clean your flue.
The
Clean
who?
the chimney.
The flue?
The flue.
Is that what you call it?
Well, no, the flue is just the part that does that.
Oh, that swinger thing?
Yeah, but it can
Okay.
get corroded.
Okay.
As does the wall of the chimney. So you
Okay.
might need to get a chimney sweep
So
on your house.
definitely get a chimney sweep. Has to
Yeah.
clean that out because
You can do those.
because you want what's his name to come down the chimney.
Dick Van Dyke, Mary Poppins.
No, the Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa.
Yeah,
He's
you want
coming.
Santa Claus to go down the tree. You know, I'm just
I don't want-
messing.
I don't
But you
want-
want to clean.
I don't want to be the person that
He
puts
comes out.
switches all over
He
it.
got white beard and then went down white beard and then come out with dark beard.
Right, not cool. Not
Right.
cool.
So clean
I mean,
your
he may have some
chimneys.
magic
Chimney
secret,
out.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
you don't want to breathe that soot anyway. But yeah, so clean your chimney and flue. So this is really funny. Years and years
What?
ago, when my daughter was still pretty small,
Uh-huh.
and Mary Poppins was a movie that she kind of liked.
Oh, okay.
And so I told her, I was like, I was going to have a chimney sweep come and clean the chimney.
Uh-huh.
She goes, oh, she was so excited. She was expecting like Dick Van Dyke to show up at our house.
All the actual actors and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, she was like, oh, this is going to be great. And so she's expecting this guy, you know,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
his top hat and stuff to come to the house.
Wow. That's interesting.
And so anyway, but get this. The guy shows up. He's dressed up like a chimney sweep out of Mary Poppins. I'm
Oh,
not
really?
even kidding you. It was
I
awesome.
bet that made her day.
Oh, it did. We
Yeah.
had so much fun with that. So have your chimney swept if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to. Clean the flue. You can buy those creosote logs, you know,
Okay.
and those I think are supposed to help clean up some of that stuff.
So what's this here? I noticed on the paperwork it
Excuse
says
me, I'm so sorry.
repairs can be between 70 and 120.
That's on windows.
That's the windows. That's
That's if you need-
replacing the windows?
Or seals. No, I don't imagine that's to replace. Well,
Well, yeah, I
That's
know.
to
Probably the
replace-
seal.
yeah, to
Okay.
replace your seals.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So I know that in our house, some of our windows don't open, but they're double sealed like that, so we don't get any air
Right.
leak through there, but we do get temperature transfer.
And then talk about caulking around any gaps. So you see, like you was talking about, a little light coming through. You got to caulk it up. Yeah.
Oh, and here's another thing. You know those so where your sockets are. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
you can buy these little doohickeys that you take your cover off and put them in there and then put your cover back
Right.
on, and it actually keeps cold air from blowing in.
Yeah, I've noticed that, especially in the new homes, that those sockets don't get like insulated right. So you
No,
could
if at
feel
all.
cool air coming through those
Yeah,
sockets.
it's crazy.
So you definitely want to investigate that. So
Yeah. And that's a cheap fix.
Yeah.
That's just a little cheap fix.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the chimney.
What else we
Most
got?
people don't generally do that on their own. They do, get somebody. People have been injured doing that, either falling off the.
The
If
ladder.
you're good at that kind of thing,
Yeah.
knock yourself out. But generally speaking, if you got a chimney, that
I
means
would-
get up on the roof.
I would definitely hire somebody.
Yeah, and it wasn't that expensive, surprisingly.
Oh, really?
No.
Huh.
Okay, schedule your furnace for a tune-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom does that. Every 6 months or every the changing of the weather,
Yeah.
she has it where someone would come out and
Check
do
the
maintenance,
filters and
change
all
the
that, make sure it's
filters,
blowing proper.
maintenance on the filter, and
Yeah.
they switch it over from AC to heat. So they do all that. So that's something to think about too as well.
Yeah. Give a look, see, make sure everything air is flowing proper,
Right.
and you don't want any gas. If you have a gas furnace, you certainly don't want to have any gas leaks coming into your house. So they
No.
can make sure that airflow is proper and all that good stuff.
True.
And mostly it's about the filters though, but just keeping it clean is going to be
Right.
the best.
And on our notes it says listen to strange noises. So
Yeah.
your AC unit or your heater, if you notice, well, we're going in the fall now. So if you notice your heater is making some strange noise, you might want to like investigate that and don't blow that off.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
not Grandpa coming back from a visit. It might be your furnace.
Right. And another thing, sometimes there's a pipe that leaks outside from your furnace, and if that pipe gets clogged or covered with something, it can blow out your furnace light, your pilot light.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to my mom too.
Oh,
So
no.
you gotta be aware, make sure nothing is covering the outside pipe that leads out to the outside. So that's something to keep on point.
Yep, for sure. So usually people have like an HVAC person come and take care of that. It's not usually something that a private person would do.
Mm-hmm.
The air conditioner. So I plugged this one in there. It wasn't actually part of the the article, but
What's that?
I put air conditioner in there because you're going to be not using your air conditioner anymore.
Right.
So now or soon, like right now, I'm barely using either one of them. I'm
Right.
just on.
Yeah, because the temperature is
really nice.
really nice.
Love this time of year. But now would be a really good time to address your air conditioner before you shut it down for the season.
That's true.
So sorry. So if you get on YouTube, there's different videos that you can find that will show you what to do to clean your air conditioner. But surprisingly, it's easy. You don't need a professional for that. All you have to do is remove the housing from the unit itself, and it'll walk you through all the steps and how to protect the electrical portion of it and so forth. Super, super easy. And it's basically just a filter that goes around this condenser. Okay? And so all you need to do is to clean the filter. So you'll spray it with the conditioning kind of stuff that loosens up the grime.
Okay.
Let it sit for like 10-15 minutes, and then you spray it off, and it just comes off, and then you put the house back on, and you're done.
Well,
It's just that easy. But it makes a huge difference.
You know me, I always tell people, I ain't no maintenance man, so I probably have to go hire somebody to get it done.
You can do yourself and save yourself probably $200.
I know.
But anywho, it's super easy, and you can do it yourself. And surprisingly, when we did ours, we noticed that not only did our unit, and this is what reminded me, our unit didn't make as much noise when it kicked on. That compressor wasn't working as hard. It was pretty occluded, I'm not kidding. I mean, it just wasn't on our radar. But we just were like, why is our air conditioner
struggling?
Seems to be struggling to keep
so
up.
So if it's struggling, that means it was clogged up.
Constantly on.
Yeah.
When you think you should be already down there, you
Right.
never reach temperature.
Right.
You might have a problem.
Okay.
So, and it could be a simple fix of just cleaning your filters.
So her reference point is like going on YouTube and figuring out how to do that.
Yeah, because the one
Right.
thing about cleaning those guys that we did learn is that we didn't do any damage to ours, but you can.
Right.
The filter is actually these teeny weeny little, almost like foil fins.
Mm.
Thousands of them, you know, and so
Mm-hmm.
if you damage those, then I guess it's going to alter your airflow. So you do want to be careful with that.
Yeah.
But it tells you all about that.
Hey, yeah, go to YouTube. Not from us.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna be liable
No,
for that.
no, just gonna point you in the right
Right,
direction.
yeah,
That's
go to
about as far as
YouTube,
we're
check
gonna
that out.
get.
Save some money that way.
And so, you know, like I was saying a little bit ago, oftentimes, you know, October is fire safety month, so that's when
Right.
people address their smoke detectors and stuff. But I say bump it up to September. You know, make September your household maintenance.
Right.
Take care of all these things, knock them all out at the same time. How often do you, I'm just curious, how
What's
often
that?
do you change your filter on your house? Your
The
air conditioner?
air conditioner.
Mhm, the intakes and so forth.
We change it pretty much. So it depends where you're at, environmental wise.
Mhm.
Or here you're dry, so there's a lot of dust particles
A lot of
build up.
dust,
Yeah. So you kind of want to stay on top of that and change
We're like
that.
every 2 months.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was like every 3 months
Yeah.
or something like that, but
Yeah, you definitely
here.
want to stay on top of that because you're also breathing in all that stuff,
yeah,
and you know I don't know how long does particles or particulars
particulates.
stay in your body, but you kind of want to like make sure your vents and all that's clean and
Yeah,
because it could be safety hazard too as well.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. You don't want to get
especially you know what
Huh.
my mom. I know I'm talking a lot about my mom.
Hi,
My
Mom.
my mom had in the bathroom. You know when you turn the bathroom on, that
Okay.
vent comes on.
Yeah,
But if you don't take time to clean that vent out, it can cause electrical problems
Yeah.
because the buildup of the dust and stuff
true.
and could cause harm and danger to your household. So
Well, and because my husband and I were just talking about this just
Yeah.
a few days ago, as a matter of fact. He says,
Mhm.
I don't think there's a vent in those. And I go, there is.
yeah.
Oh, not a vent, a filter.
Uh-huh.
And I said, there is. And I
Mhm.
said, because if you look in the one that's in the master bathroom,
Mhm.
that's the shower we use all the time.
Mhm.
And so it becomes occluded a lot. In fact, the other 2 bathrooms don't have a problem with their filter. I need a new filter in my master
Yeah.
bath
It,
because
yeah.
of the usage
The
and the amount
usage,
of dust that's
the
in
dust,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to check out your filter in your bathrooms,
Yeah.
and when you start seeing like a dust build up around it, it's probably time to go clean that out, you know,
And
and just take your little step stool, go up there and make it happen. So
Yeah.
definitely recommend
I
doing that.
vacuum mine out, but I kind of feel like I need to change it altogether.
Wait a minute, you vacuum it. I could just see you. You're not holding the vacuum. Are you talking about
No, with a wine.
with a hose?
Step stool.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm up there with a wine and a step stool.
I can
Yeah,
just
like-
see you with a big old vacuum.
Dork. No, with a wine. But the one, I can't get it clean enough. So I'm
Oh.
going to have to change that one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
altogether.
change that one.
Yeah,
So-
I got all the chunks off.
The bigger, you call it. What's the bigger particles? What do you call them in your science background?
A macro particulate?
Micro. Okay, we'll go with that one.
Micro or macro?
So you got the bigger one. Now you need to get the fine tuned one.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
got towel lint on it.
Okay.
You know.
got you.
Yeah. So,
So-
anyway, all those vents. Yep, it'll
Yeah,
help with
so the
anybody that
vents
has
definitely
allergies,
get,
too.
especially the bathroom ones. That one collects up a lot of your dust.
And the
So
one under your stove, because that one collects the grease.
yes. So the vent that's underneath your stove or underneath your microwave above the stove, that needs to be cleaned out. That
Yeah.
particular vent. Now that is more of a like you could grease fire like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt that, it's going to have to be a
Yeah.
really odd situation for it to, like, catch on fire, just
Right.
like the bathroom fans, but it
Right.
could happen.
it can
So
happen.
take preventative steps,
Right.
But with this one, let's say you've already got it all gunked up and it's kind of gunked up, and you have a fire on the stovetop.
Yeah.
Now this fire's going on and it ignites this, and it's got just
Right.
the fuel it needs to get that
Exactly,
going.
because that junk is on top.
So on and so
So
forth.
on and so on. So
yeah.
definitely clean that out too as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you guys, I want to tell you about something. So I've
What you
learned
gonna
about.
tell
So I'm all about sharing best practices.
Okay.
And don't tout products necessarily, but I've discovered a new product
Uh-huh.
for me.
Okay.
I want to share it.
What is it?
It's
Do
called.
tell, please.
It's called Dawn Power Scrub or something like that.
Down.
Power Wash.
Oh, okay.
Dawn.
Dawn.
It's
Okay.
like dishwashing liquid, but
The blue stuff.
Yeah. It comes out foamy.
Oh, okay.
But you can use it on. It does such a great job on just about everything I put it on.
Okay.
It cleans so good and it doesn't leave a residue.
Okay. So then you just want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got that off your chest.
I like cleaning. And if I find, I was cleaning my shower this morning with regular old green Comet back in the day, the old.
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
It's the best in my opinion.
Comet works. Remember Ajax too as well.
Ajax. A little elbow grease and some grit. And
right, that gets it out. So
Anyway.
before we move on, today's show was brought to you by Impact Water. Impact Water is a pure mountain spring water loaded with electrolytes, alkaline balance, comes in a 16-ounce aluminum bottle, 100% recyclable, 100% reusable, and you can find this on impactwaterllc.com.
Great water.
So great, phenomenal spring
Naturally
water.
has all the good minerals that you need.
So if you have not had that, you gotta try it for yourself.
It's really
all right.
good.
All right.
But anyway, the reason I want to talk about the Dawn spray stuff is so if you want to clean your vent in the kitchen, it makes that task easier because you just spray it on and let it soak for a little bit, and then it.
Absolutely, I agree with you because if they use Dawn, we ain't doing the advertising for Dawn, but
it's good stuff.
If it's good stuff. So if they use Dawn for when they had the oil spill for the little ducklings, right? They did that little commercial. This could also help with your ducks. Right.
If
The
you got oily
ducks. That was cute.
This will work. That
was cute. But
awesome.
So on our notes here, we got your smoke detectors.
Yep, and carbon monoxide. So that, like I say, that generally happens in October, but.
Another thing that a lot of people don't have is a carbon monoxide detector. So we have a lot of smoke detectors, right? But we don't have the carbon monoxide detector.
Yeah.
So that's something that you might want to implement to your household is that second device. It's different from your smoke detector, but the carbon monoxide detector, and that is a natural gas that comes up from the ground.
Yeah. Well, it's when you're a furnace too, isn't it?
It's a furnace, but I also heard about where it actually comes up from the ground. And then it seeps into your house, and you can't see it. Odorless is an odorless smell. You can't even smell it, but you're going to knock your butt out. So, but with this detector, the carbon monoxide detector, it'll detect those gases. Someone would.
Radon, that's another one.
Radon, yeah, that's another one. Maybe that's radon.
Are you thinking radon?
Maybe it's radon.
Radon comes from the soil.
Okay, maybe
and
it's.
It will leak up.
Maybe it's
through,
radon.
It'll even leak in through concrete.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is radon. I apologize for missing that.
So there's radon detectors?
Well, it's built in with your carbon monoxide detector. Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So when this person was telling me that she was sick, she got a new house, either got a new house or something, not brand new, but an older home. And then every time she's in the house, she will get sick. But if she goes out to visit family, she's fine. So they finally traced it. It took about 6 months to a year to figure that out, that the gas in the house was causing that problem.
Oh my gosh.
So they finally got it fixed.
Yeah.
She better.
Wow.
So it's very.
In our house in Colorado, we had a severe radon issue. We had to put in an apparatus to vent it out of the house, out of our basement.
So that's something definitely need to be mindful of.
So check the batteries on your carbon monoxide detectors and your smoke detectors and make sure that they're good to go. And also make sure that your fire extinguisher. What?
You know what's so funny?
What?
Have you ever seen, you be on social media, right, and someone's talking, and then you hear this beep noise, beep, that the battery is low.
Right.
But they're so lazy, they don't even want to change the battery. And it cracks me up every time. They be some of them will be on Facebook Live, and then somewhere you can hear this chirp noise. Chirp,
That is
chirp.
not even a light. That is so annoying.
I know, but they come immune to it, and
Yeah.
then right, and it's so funny. It's funny to me,
That is
you
funny.
know.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're smoking. There was something else I was gonna say.
What is that?
Oh, fire extinguishers.
Fire extinguisher.
Since we're talking about
Right.
the potential of fire and smoke and all of that, make sure that your little fire extinguisher that's in your kitchen next to your stove
Right.
is still good.
It's still good.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's been there 20, 30 years. It's sitting there.
You never know.
You never-
And what you should do once a year is take your little extinguisher out, check it to make sure it's still good and under
Right.
pressure, but then also rock it back and forth. Some of them don't require that.
Okay.
So some do.
But do
some
you
don't.
think we need to know how to work the thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I ever did
Well,
one.
Let's do a show. We're
Get
gonna
outta
do.
here.
No.
Because
no.
you know how to do all that?
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting our microphone is here. I know how to do that.
Okay.
Not only that, but I'll teach you how to point, sweep, and put that fire out.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. We're going to
Former
make
safety
that.
coordinator with my company.
Oh, okay.
Safety officer.
So
yeah. We did a
one day
fire
we'll have
thing.
to do the fire extinguisher thing.
Maybe I could even get fire engine to come over here.
Well,
Say,
you
hey,
going big.
We're doing a YouTube show on
Right.
fire safety. You guys want to come do a
Yeah.
thing for us?
That would be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
They usually charge a fee for that.
Okay. We'll
We'll
figure
see.
it out.
It's
We'll
worth
figure it out.
asking.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, I'll show you how to use it.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's
I mean, I always see it down there underneath the sink, but I ain't never pull no pin or make it how I see it on TV. But
usually it rolls an axe.
in
and
whatever
knocks the wood.
reality, I don't know how to work that thing.
So listen, I did it at my facility, like I was saying, when we do our training every year. But this one time I was barbecuing here in this house, backyard, and my barbecue caught on fire. I was like,
Oh.
what's going on? I got
Oh,
fire.
man.
And so I was like, what's on fire? I couldn't even tell what was
Uh-huh.
flaming. I just know I had flamage.
Right.
And so I lifted the lid. Poof, it's like, oh my gosh. And so I come tearing into the
Oh
house.
my goodness.
I grabbed my fire extinguisher
Yeah.
and I blasted everything. With
Right.
my meal was ruined, obviously. But I couldn't
Absolutely.
tell where the fire was coming from and why. Well,
Mm.
what had happened was, so note to self, another little safety feature you might want to check, because I grill in the wintertime too, and that is make sure your oil drip pan or your grease pan in your barbecue grill isn't full.
Right.
That's what happened. Mine got on, it was
Okay.
full, and that sucker caught on fire. So I like, point sweep, point
So that
sweep,
got on fire.
put the
Wow.
fire out. Yeah.
Okay. So we have to stay on top of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
What is this one?
Winterized.
Wait a minute.
whoops,
Hey,
I
you
skipped
jumping
one.
ahead now. What's this at?
Run your ceiling fans in reverse.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. So in the summertime, you let's see, how does it go though? So in the summertime,
You
you want rear view. Your most parts kind of that. So reversing the direction of your ceiling fans helps circulate warm air near the ceiling back into your living space.
Right. Because heat rises.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess they want it to go, the air flow
So
to go
you
up
want-
and around.
Oh, okay. So when you reverse your ceiling fan, it's pulling more of the heat up and dispersing it.
It's pulling the cool air from the bottom and pushing the warm air out to the side.
Okay.
So then it kind of goes like a donut
Okay.
in the middle.
Gotcha.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good.
All right. So I'm going to have to get to it.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and talk.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the Chris and Beck TV show. We talk about this everyday living, how you've been living, lifestyle, healthy lifestyle.
Yep.
We talk about that every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. So definitely join in. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's under Impact Water LLC on YouTube 5353. So, all
Yep.
right.
Yep. Today's topic is on how to prepare for the upcoming monster.
Yeah, which is
Winter.
the frost.
The frost.
The frost. Winter is coming.
Jack Frost.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No, I'm not ready.
Not ready?
Ready for
Okay.
winter.
Okay.
But I will be after doing all of this.
That'd be good. Absolutely.
Okay, so anyway, so switch your ceiling fans
Oh,
around. so
that
you circulate
yeah, and it
the
says
air.
it cut costs about 10%.
Yep,
That's good.
yep, because you're moving that air.
Yeah.
if you don't have a ceiling fan, you can accomplish the same thing by just getting
Right.
a regular box fan and pointing it up.
And oh yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be good. So on the reverse switch on your ceiling fan, there's a little black nub, and it's basically you just turn it the other way,
Yeah.
and then your ceiling fan go the opposite way.
Yeah.
And this
So in the
is
winter, it should be blowing up,
right,
and in the summer, it's blowing down.
right.
Yep.
Hello,
Hello,
Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Rhonda
Welcome
for
to the
joining
show.
us.
Really
You know,
appreciate it.
Ron, I had to talk about Rhonda.
Okay.
We used to work together long time ago, Rhonda. Back you remember you starting out, you getting out of high school, you go work in fast food, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh
KFC was
man,
my first job.
and Wendy's was my first one. And we used to have so much fun
Oh yeah.
in that
Yep.
place. I tell you what, I think we had more fun, especially when you got to close at nighttime.
Oh yeah.
And you just have so much
You gotta
fun.
clean stuff up,
But,
the
yeah,
cleaning and stuff, but you have a good
Absolutely,
time while
I'll
you're at it.
never forget those days, man. I had
I
another
would-
guy. His name was Chris,
Yeah.
and he was a huge
Chris
comedian.
1 and Chris 2, that must have been insane.
Yeah, I gotta be Chris 1 though.
Oh my gosh, I almost hate to tell the story, but it's almost too funny not to.
Okay, go ahead.
So when we clean up, I mean, we were a bunch of hooligans. We're in high school, right?
Right.
Well, some wise guy so like when we prepare the chicken for frying, we'd remove all the extra fat that's on the chicken meat. Or,
Right.
And it would go into a waste pail, and at the end of the day,
Right.
get rid of it. Well, this guy, one of the guys in the back, he winks a piece of this fat at one of the other guys in the back, and like flings it across the. Next thing you know, it's a fat war.
Oh my God.
It was disgusting.
Oh,
we were
my God.
cleaning until probably 2 o'clock in
Yeah.
the morning because we made
Right.
such a mess.
Yeah, it is making a mess. But I think the biggest one we had was a water fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was all over the place. I had that was so much fun back then.
We had a good time too.
We didn't have no major bills, just fun, right?
That's right.
So,
Just
as you
kept
get
us
older,
going.
there's more and more bills. But
Yeah.
anyway, it
Then
was-
your work has purpose.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
it was just because, I
we
need
just
some
need
spending
extra money. Right? We're going to the mall.
I want to buy something.
Right. So we had a whole lot of fun back then. I'll
Yeah.
never forget that.
All right. So that's the ceiling fan. Now we're going to move on to
What
winterizing
else?
your sprinkler system.
Sprinkler system.
Now I
Okay.
can attest to how important it is to doing that. Some of us have self-draining sprinkler systems, and that's great.
Uh-huh.
I was told that we had a self-draining sprinkler system here. So our first year here, we did not have our sprinklers blown out.
Okay.
That was a
Whoa.
mistake.
You just said a self what?
Self-draining.
So what does that mean?
It means that there will be no water in your pipes once
Oh.
you turn the system off. It all drains out.
Okay.
So we were told that ours was like that.
Okay.
So we've always had somebody come and blow out our sprinklers, but we
Huh.
were told that we didn't need to,
Okay.
so we didn't.
Oh.
Well, the next summer when we turned on our faucets in the back, we had water coming from a couple of different spots.
So it actually did get froze up.
Yeah. So
Mm.
blow them out anyway. That's my suggestion
Yeah.
anyway. You
Right.
know,
So they
unless
probably
you're
charge
positive that
Extra money for it's supposed to drain on its own.
I don't
You
know.
know,
It came with the house. I don't know.
Oh, they came with.
Yeah,
Okay, I
don't
got you.
know. But so anyway, that you want to winterize your sprinkler system, have them blown out, and
Yeah.
you can wrap those faucets and spigots that are up and away from your house.
Yeah.
You should probably insulate those just to make sure they don't freeze.
Right.
That was
Absolutely.
in Texas. It never really got freezing for very, very long. It was what
Okay.
we call a cold snap.
A cold
A
snap.
cold snap. Come on through. Freeze up your plants
That
just a little
Texas
bit.
coming out of you.
Yeah. So what we'd have to do is we'd turn the faucet on just so it's a slow drip.
Oh, okay.
And that'd keep it from freezing. But
That
that's
could-
all you did there.
Okay.
What a waste of water. But
Right.
in that neck of the woods, we had a ton of water. Anyway, so winterize
Cold
your
snap.
cold snap.
All right.
Yeah. And then disconnect and empty your garden hoses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the problem
Right.
that you're going to have there is that water will back up into the little neck
Right. Of that
and it'll cause it to blow up.
blow. Yeah.
Yeah, crack.
Yeah. Crack.
Water is a very, very destructive medium.
It is. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because the old karate show, when a little drip of water could actually break through bricks, over a period of time, that little drip,
Yeah.
drip, it could break through.
Slowly but
slowly
surely.
but
Yeah.
surely. But now, remember our old school water hoses, them long green ones, right? And So these new design style, it probably was on one of them shows, Shark Tank, where now it stretches.
I have
Right.
one of
You
those.
got one of those? So now it's stretches and it just comes right back.
It's cool. I
Yeah.
like it, but the problem is like it's harder to get pressure built up in one of those kind of hoses. Like,
I
let's
see.
say, as an example, I want to water the yard, which I'm going to do later today, actually. And so my sprinkler has a little doohickey on it. I can turn it off there at the sprinkler, and then go turn it on over the faucet. Okay, but that's how you have to do it with one of those expando kinds, because otherwise the hose won't fill up to full potential.
Okay.
And consequently, you won't get the full spray that you need.
Okay.
So that's the downside to those.
That's downside.
But they do take up a lot less space, and they don't tangle up.
Oh, that's
you know,
good. Yeah.
Weird bends and kinks that you get, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
Right.
So
that's good. Yeah.
So disconnect all of your garden hoses, making sure that none back up and break your faucet connections.
All right.
Clean the gutters. Now, my husband and I were actually talking about this last night because I was telling him about the contents of our show today. And he said, hey, be sure you guys talk about cleaning the gutters.
Cleaning the gutters is very important.
Then it's on our list.
Yeah.
So, but the point that he was making was if your gutters aren't clean, then obviously they don't drain proper. And so they'll start collecting water, and that water will freeze, and then that water will become ice, and ice gets really heavy, and it'll either... Two things are going to happen.
What's that?
Several things can happen, actually.
A whole lot of things can happen, because I already got a report on it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So your whole thing could just fall off the house because it's too heavy.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Right.
Also, the ice can creep up and under your shingles and cause roof damage.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So back to my mom again.
Good old mom. Hi, Mom.
So my mom had to get a whole back gutters, brand new gutters put on because the leaves build up and the ice build up, which got back into the frame and caused damage. So she had to rip all that down, and so it was a mess. It was a very emotional mess, you know.
Gosh,
so
I can't even
take the
imagine.
time. Either call the gutter guys to come clean your gutters out, or go up there yourself. I wouldn't recommend going up there yourself, but get that all cleaned out, because that'll save you some money. Already you spend, I don't know, with $200, $300 to get your gutters cleaned out versus a whole bunch of stuff, you know.
Well, you know, you can
thousands of dollars.
You can do that yourself, but you need a partner.
Yeah,
you know, because that's all about ladder safety.
Yeah, the ladder.
You don't want to be the person.
And you don't want a shaky ladder.
No.
You be out there wiggling. You want a good ladder.
And by the way, when somebody's up at the very tip top and you're the person at the bottom to make sure that they don't slip and fall, it's not funny when you wiggle it.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not funny.
Absolutely. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for joining us today.
My hubby has done that to me.
Oh, wiggle it up. Yeah. That'll put some scare in you.
Oh, I'll put the fear of something in you for real. When I get down off the ladder, I'll put the fear of something else in you.
Absolutely. So
that's the end of our list.
So we just wanted to talk about. If you're just joining in, this is the Kristen Beck TV show. We come to you every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So we talked about the first frost and some different preparation that you need to take for your home, how to, keep the warmth inside and the cold outside, stuff like that. And so I thought this was a good topic today.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We had intentions of talking about an epidemic that was potentially starting here in the United States, and we did a little research into it. And fortunately, it's not an issue, and so we came up with this topic as a replacement. Yeah. Maybe not as exciting and compelling as what we were going to talk about. But at least it's something that holds water, and we'll all benefit
like
from
literally,
it
can't hold water if you don't take care of it. So
no, you go.
So and no, you're into the gardening. So a lot of times people have flowers outside, and I know moms sometimes have to bring in certain flowers.
Yeah.
And the way I know is that I've been living with my mom for a long time growing up, so I know she loves some flowers.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
Need to
but
protect and
you
like
got
your tomatoes and stuff. If they're still producing, be mindful of the
yeah,
frost. You'll lose your produce.
yeah. So
Yeah.
keep in mind of that.
Yep.
And then another thing is, if you're not got our Chris and Beck TV show, Coffee Cups,
Yeah.
definitely you could pick up a coffee cup from ImpactWaterLLC.com. We ship it right to you. And unique thing that we will do for you is also give you a signed signature on the back. Both of us will
Yeah.
sign every coffee cup
Yeah.
that goes out.
Little token of our
Yeah,
appreciation. And
absolutely. And what's the other thing that goes along when you purchase?
also, so we're gonna put a portion of the proceeds to St. Jude's Hospital for Children.
Absolutely.
So it goes for a good cause.
Yeah.
Keeps our inventory so we can sell them back to
Yeah,
you. But more
absolutely.
importantly, it helps it. Well, not more importantly, equally as important.
Yeah.
We get to donate to something that is
Absolutely.
really, really cool, like
So-
St. Jude's.
Yeah. So
So-
definitely check us out on the website there.
Now, next week's topic.
Next week's topic is gonna be what you got something already?
I think I can't be on next week's show.
What's going on?
I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
We'll have to take a break for a week, and I'll tell y'all why. It's because I have got a
I
week
think-
like you wouldn't believe next week.
I think what we could do is set up for the cooking show
Maybe.
in
Yeah.
2 weeks. So in 2 weeks we do the cooking show.
Yeah.
And we do a live. Let's see if we can make that happen.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
See if we can make that happen. If
Yeah.
you guys have a subject that is near and dear to your heart that you want to bring light to,
Yeah.
let us know and we'll share it and
Absolutely.
talk about it. And you're more than welcome to even, can we take calls?
Yeah, we can take
Take
calls.
calls? You're
Absolutely.
more than welcome to call
Absolutely.
and visit with us live right here on the show.
Yeah.
Or if you'd like to be with us on the show as a guest speaker, we
Yeah.
would love to have you.
Absolutely.
And we can chime in at your location. You don't need to be here with us. We'll do it remotely.
Right. Absolutely.
So we have a chef that we're going to be working with in the near future, we hope,
Yeah.
where we'll be going on location to her facility and watching a pro cook, not like me in my kitchen.
Hey, but you did good back. And
It was fun. It was a lot
what was
of
that
fun.
one you made again? That was shrimp.
It was
Shrimp
shrimp
taco-
tacos
shrimp
with pineapple
taco.
salsa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was really good.
Yeah, it was
So,
really good.
Yeah.
But yes, we want to do that. We also talked about doing a show that's dedicated to some of the things that we hear on the internet that we sort of take as what, and we get all worked up about it,
Yeah.
and it turns out to not be anything at all.
Gotcha.
So, and some of these things are kind of scary, and so we want to talk about that a little bit further.
Right.
And then, but I'll leave this nugget with you.
Okay.
Do your due diligence. Take a breath when you hear something that's a little unnerving.
Gotcha.
Just take a breath when you hear it.
Yeah.
Comprehend what's been said. Go out there and do your due diligence and look into it, okay?
Yeah.
Don't rely on word of mouth or just because so-and-so said so. You know,
Right.
do your due diligence and put your own peace of mind where
Right.
it belongs. And
Exactly.
so many things I found, we had like a list of 6 different things that we wanted to talk about. Well, when I did the deeper dive on them, they're non-existent issues.
Mm-hmm.
So this just goes to show you these were hot topics on the internet.
Gotcha.
But when I looked into them, none of them held water.
Right.
So,
Yeah. So, and all we do every week is bring highlight to everyday things that you deal with. You have to deal with, and
Yeah.
that's our core of our show.
yeah.
Is that
I
you
think
know?
the best way to sum it is just a human experience.
Absolutely.
You know, just navigating through this day to day that
Yeah.
we do and trying to have as much fun and peace
Yeah.
as we can
Yeah.
as we forge through our day. Last week we talked about music therapy and the
Yeah.
benefits of that, and I hope you guys will go back and watch that
Yeah.
if you weren't present last week. because
Absolutely.
it
Go
really
on
was a
to
good show.
our YouTube channel under
Yeah.
Impact Water LLC, and you find last week's show. Real good show. A lot of our shows are on YouTube, so definitely go back and check
Yeah.
that out. We talked about love. We talked about 3D printing meat.
Yeah.
That's on YouTube.
Did you guys that are present with us right now, did you guys see that show? It was pretty crazy.
It was pretty crazy.
But
So,
super duper interesting.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do every week is bring highlight to different topics, different subject, and just want to get you guys to engage. Leave a comment if you have anything that you want to talk about. But we're just bringing highlight. That's all we're
Yeah.
doing.
And
That's
trying to
our
have
that's
some
our
fun while
show.
we're doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And have some fun too as well, right?
Yep. Appreciate
So-
being part of your day and appreciate you guys stopping in and visiting with us too.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Another great show.
Another great show in the books.
Cheers,
All right.
buddy.
All right.
See you
you
next
guys.
week.
Bye bye. Yep, absolutely. One day we'll have someone make stuff happen here. All right, you're doing good. All right, boom. That's it.